Good luck. Have fun.
Well, for someone who's probably going to early pool, this is it. It's Warren. Cheesy. He's a cheesy dude. He's a cheesy boy with a bad habit. Bad habit for 13 pool. He probably, yeah, 13, 12 or something. Probably do some dirty shit, we'll see. Do the Brood War Hydras spit acid? I reckon they would. Usually Blizzard's pretty on point with that sort of stuff. I don't think this map's small enough to be like super worried about an early pool though. So I'm just gonna do a completely standard opening. And once again, go towards the ramp. I keep clicking up there, man. And then pull way back after that. Look at that spawning pool on the closer path, creating a nice little choke point there. Queen can plug that gap. Slows down any banelings going into your mineral lane. So that sort of attack that Eric did in that last game, you guys gotta remember that's all in, man. They got very little production behind it. Their hatchery's pretty friggin' slow. Though he managed to get his hatch down not too late. They're down on workers, you know, with how hard he hit, I think he might have even delayed his queen. He might have done that version. I think he definitely did with how fast the hatch was behind it. So, if you hang on there, especially if you keep your hatch alive, it's like big advantage. Alright, good circlings on the way. I play Mass Queen Lurker Protoss every game. This way they look like they belong together. Nice. Nice, Meridus. Alright, what are we looking at? Hatch first. This creep spread's already pretty far. Could be a dumbass build. Keep our eyes open. We're gonna keep 3 on gas for now. Oh, we'll pull 1 off. Just a very slight pull off gas. Barely anything, you know. The sort of pull off of gas that is barely even a pull off. Alright, he's pulling back because he sees my 4 lings coming. Cool. So we're gonna go to his 3rd. And then we're gonna come in from that way for a scout. Inject. Inject. 3rd down. Get that baneling nest, creates a nice little pocket to help defend the queen.
Our forces are under attack.
Yeah. Told you he's a cheesy boy.
Warriors have engaged the enemy. Evolution complete.
Your forces are under attack.
Pretty late baneling nest.
Your forces are taking damage. Our forces are under attack.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
A new queen. Hey, your base is under attack. It's a trap! Your forces are under attack! Your forces are taking damage. You're under attack. Siege up.
Alright. Haven't started that yet.
You're engaging the opponent.
A new queen has emerged.
Your forces are under attack.
Oh, he's coming. But, because I was so fast into roaches, I really wasn't expecting that. I was expecting mutas or something.
Engaging the opponent.
Oh, he's just going a big roach bane on hatch tech.
Your drones are under attack. My baby.
Yeah, we were too greedy, we stopped scouting. I was expecting anything but this, and a really nice attack from him.
Your forces are taking damage.
And we don't have
Running out of minerals.
roach speed or anything, so I think we're dead.
Mutation complete.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Hey, your base is under attack. It's a trap.
We're thinking about mutas.
Siege up.
Really bad. Bad of me to be doing that. Alright, we've got enough dudes to at least snipe down overlords now, that's something.
Mineral field depleted. That mineral field's gone. Don't spend it all in one place.
We're gonna have +2, potentially versus +0, but there's a good chance that he goes for mutas. So we're trying to threaten here, trying to create some fear.
Our drones are under attack.
You're under attack. Siege up. Evolution complete.
Alright. This is good, this is good, this is good.
You're engaging the
Changeling has to confirm what we're up against. Wasn't able to. Fuck, he keeps sniping my changelings. If there's one player who's like, he's not the fastest player in the world, but he's gonna do the most annoying shit with his APM.
Your forces are taking
Like, he's like, no, I'll put all my APM into making sure your changelings, like, never come in. And he's probably missing macro at the same time, but it's really annoying. It makes it hard to scout him. And with how, you know, how much I fear the fact that he's a crazy player, it makes my life really, really awkward. So I'm hoping his spire's in the back if he went for it. We're still just massing roaches right now. I don't want to be building hydras. Oh, come on. What's popping out of those? Can you just pop while my overseer's there, please? Oh, man.
We're running out of minerals back home. Our forces are under attack.
And we've got +2. He doesn't have any upgrades, so this is... It's acceptable. Got a big gas bank from earlier.
That field's been mined out.
Let's go, go, go. Try and take the fight right now. We got +2. Hopefully he doesn't have +1 yet. He's probably got it. There's always a chance. Yeah, he's got +1. I think he's done it. I think he's done it. I'm not sure.
We're running out of minerals back home.
Mineral field depleted.
Thing is, a trade is good enough for him.
Your forces are under attack.
He hasn't really been saving any overlords, so that's good.
You're engaging the opponent.
Okay, I think he caught up on upgrades real well. His army's smaller than mine. Go. Let's eat a few, I don't care.
Our drones are under attack.
It's got tunneling claws? No, I think it's just a run by. Oh my god, he's got a lot of overseers. Overlords everywhere. Yeah. Oh my god, he just keeps...
Mutation complete.
I'm worried about lurkers now. I think he's gonna have lurkers before me.
We're running out of minerals back home.
Still trying to figure out where his army is and what it looks
Your
like.
forces are taking damage. Mineral field depleted.
Still think my army's better than his. Same upgrades.
Geyser's empty.
Your forces are under attack.
Ah, fuck, we just took a big round of Lurker Splash. I split those roaches off in the middle of the fight, and we got him. Because I knew having more roaches there wasn't going to help. Since I had the angle, I held the choke point, so we split into his base, and his economy was still quite low. Because he's not a big macro player, so he's very rarely going to take the economy lead. So because of that, you can make comebacks against him you wouldn't make against another player. And that's something where knowing his style helps a lot. Because against a different player, you're like, fuck man, he's going to go up to 67 drones, he's going to have more shit than me. But for me, I was looking at this and I was like, you know, I'm on 43 drones, this is kind of terrible, right? And I mean, he had a nice little economy advantage this whole time, right? But this moment, he was splitting roaches into backstabs. It felt like he got a little bit complacent here. And he starts going lurkers this early, 13 minutes. But he never actually got them out because he didn't have the gas. So he went lurker tech, but he didn't prepare for it. You need at least a 6th gas if you're going to be going lurker tech, especially with how many ravages he was making. If he'd taken that 6th gas ahead of time, he would have had lurkers out, and I'd probably be friggin' screwed, man. But hey, I mean, the efficiency over this game was friggin' awesome, right? Remember that fucking gigantic push here? Unfortunately, I used all my banelings too early. His roaches dealt with them, so I wasn't able to keep his lings from surrounding me. But even after losing my 3rd, like, I'd been so much greedier than him, and he had mass units off such a low worker count that we were fine. Yeah, he kills like 8 workers there or something. I try to rebuild him, but I'm still hovering at like 40 drones, just mass and roach ravager. But I picked off like 27 overlords with ravages as well. So this was a big mistake from him to keep so many overlords on the map. Like he should be using overseers, like just 1 or 2 overseers to track or get overlord speed so we can keep him alive nice and easy. I was just methodically clearing the vision on the map and yeah, because I killed, like he should have been, and then he's trying to make lurkers and hydras, but he's not spending his mineral bank because of his gas choke point. He should be maxed right now, and there's no way he should have let me get in this position. So it's unfortunate, but you can tell that when the game gets into more of a back and forth, you know, because he's such a tactical, cheeky kind of, you know, stab you in the dark, deny your scouting sort of player, deny your scouting, he's not quite as strong at just kind of treading water. And that's what we got into, right? I was clearing creep, clearing creep, clearing creep, adding upgrades, slowly getting forth. Like, I added a few drones, not many, because we were obviously stuck in this low economy roach war. But yeah, he was trying to take a 4th. He was trying to go for lurkers, but he just didn't do it quite as smoothly as he should have. So he was both late on the lurkers, and he had the gas ratio out, and his roach ravager was caught out of position. So all that kind of coalesced to make it actually a really good position for me. And anytime you can get this sort of angle with your roach ravager, it's incredible, right? Because head to head, the numbers aren't absolutely amazing, right? I mean, if we look at the actual unit count, you know, it's a good trade for me, but it's not necessarily the best position. Axe Legolas, thanks for the 10-month resub. Suspect with the 21-month. Drax the Destroyer. Trump 2020. Indeed. Thanks for the 10-month resub, Drax. Cool. All right, so let's bring out my man. My man, where are you? Jeez, I haven't used my fucking thing for so much. I'm just like, oh, there we go. All right, so we're gonna bring Kaelaris on.
Well, I want to take you over here, Pig, to get our first map cracked down, because we do have the first map decided between these two. Where are we going first, and what are we looking at? So,
where are we going? All right, Kaelaris, I would love to do this segment with you. We will talk about concaves and also the fact that Ravagers are basically like a super long-ranged artillery unit, but you can't actually land that artillery, right? So it's about you creating a position where you force your opponent to have to engage into those corrosive piles, and you use them as a zoning tool. You say, look, if you attack through this area, you're gonna have to eat these corrosive piles. So if we go in, we can go full screen, we can take a look at this. What we're gonna see here is my opponent getting out of position, a hole in the vision. Remember, I kept killing those overlords being taken advantage of, and him not realizing that I was actually diving to this right-hand side. So his army desperately trying to get back because he needs to be up here to intercept me. Because he's not able to do that, you're going to see here I am able to get in between his army and his production, his tech, his base. And that means this is a choke point which he is suddenly forced to engage through into my army. If you're simply out on the map, there's no way for you to force your opponent to actually come and engage you. But if you can actually get in front of them and something important like their worker lines, they're basically like, come and fight me. This is the dream. So Ravagers, this is like obviously not the most exaggerated example, but Lurkers, if you do that with Lurkers, it's great. Tanks and Liberators. If you have a bypass a Protoss army and siege all your Liberators while your Bio is killing their Nexus and they're like, fudge, I have to headbutt through Widowmine Liberator. That sort of stuff's all really bad. So if we go back, let's look at the actual unit count before this fight happens. It is 42 Roaches and 14 Ravagers for me. That's a lot, right? He should have been maxed, as we said. He's only got 34 Roaches, 10 Ravagers. So overall, what is that? Like, I've got 56 units, and he's got 44 plus the 2, because his Lurkers don't count. They're not useful. So he's down a few units, and then he also has to attack into this concave, and you guys are going to just see some brutality as we zone with those biles, and he eats so many biles trying to come through here. And I split some of my Roach Ravager off, and I click it on the Roach Warren, and then I box part of my army at some point here, and I start... So you're going to see me do it soon enough where I'm like, okay, he's not committing, he's not committing. So I've clicked those Roach Ravager on that Roach Warren, and he tries to come forward with his Lurkers, and you can see just the biles were horrendous for him. One Lurker survived on red hit points, which I was a bit annoyed at, but then we pull back, and he's like, oh fuck. So he's trying to bait me into the Lurkers, and it does get a few good shots off, but look at my biles, and look at how often they're landing. Even when they're not landing, he's having to pull back while getting hit by my Roach Ravager. Pull back, getting hit by my Roach Ravager. And even though he can do similar biles, I'm like, oh, I can just move through that, dude. I don't actually care. Now that one was a bit messy. We took some big Lurker splash there. But he's like, constantly having to fight into these biles, and you're looking at a grossly cost-efficient engagement for me because of the positioning and because we forced him to take the fight like that. So that'll be that, you know, pretty nice moves. And I mean, what do you think about Warren as a player, Kaelaris? Do you think he's do you think he's pretty good, man?
In the games and things like that, but that's the kind of thing you expect in StarCraft 2. You can be able to pull out some sneaky strategies, some little cheeky things, and get away with it.
He did try. He didn't get away with it that time, but yeah, sometimes he almost got away with it, didn't he? He did almost get away with it. Thank you, Kaelaris. Appreciate that. Thank you very much, mate.
All right, well, thank you very much, Pig.
No worries. All right, so back to the regular stream content. It's good to see even Kaelaris agrees Warren's a little bit cheesy. He's a little bit cheeky boy. He's a little bit cheeky boy. He's a very nice guy, but he is a little bit cheeky. Kaelaris is super quiet, I know. He's a bit shy. I'm like, dude, you've hosted every event ever. Why are you so shy? And he's like, my name's Kaelaris.